Hi everyone, I welcome you back to my channel. I am Mehak Fatima. I have come up with something very interesting, very easy to do and saves lots of hours, 35, 40 hours or sometimes days into just 2 clicks. Stay tuned till the end of the video. You will be automating your financial preparation with me. So let's proceed. Before starting the automation, we should make sure that two things are ready. I'll show you that the drivers, that is ODBC drivers, it should be, and the Excel version, bit version should be same. Suppose the Excel is 32-bit and ODBC driver is 64-bit, it will not fetch directly data from the tally and vice versa. So whenever we are like, pulling the data from tally on a live basis by giving just a refresh, we can do it only when the two bit, that is a bit of Excel and the bit of driver, is same. I'll show you how do you check that. Click Windows R or run. You have to paste this code and then click enter. Here you get a ODBC data source administrator. Here itself you can see that it is written 64-bit. So we know that the ODBC is 64-bit. Now we have to check the bit of Excel. So because we are pulling the data in Excel for automating the financials. Here on the page itself you can see it is ODBC data source administrator 64-bit. Now come to Excel. In Excel, you have to go to File, Account, scroll down. Here you will find About Excel. Click here. On the first line itself, you can see 64-bit. As both the ODBC and Excel are of the same bit, I can directly pull the data from Tally, but make sure Tally is open and the Excel is open. If the Tally is not open, you cannot pull the data. So let's proceed with pulling the data. I'll show you what to do if the bit is not same. Now what if the driver is of 32-bit and your Excel is of 64-bit? Driver is 32-bit and Excel is 64-bit. The simple way which you can try is you can change the Excel bit instead of trying the driver bit. I have researched more on this because I find that some people there will be a mismatch between the driver and Excel and they stop uh, changing the version and then they may stop the work. So instead what we can do is we can delete the current version of Excel of 64-bit and install 32-bit if your driver is 32-bit. If it is 64-bit driver and your Excel version is 32, make the Excel version to 64-bit by this. I'll just show you how you can delete. Though my uh, Tally and Excel bit are matching, I'll make sure that the other doesn't face this issue. So click Windows R to delete your current version. Click OK. Before that, wait, I'll show you which code I have used. Windows R. If you enter this appwiz.cpl and click enter, you'll be directed to this page. Herein, all your apps, programs will be listed. So if you come here, Microsoft, all the Microsoft things will come. First, this Microsoft 365 ENUS is the Excel product. which we will be deleting if it does not match my ODBC. Right click on this, uninstall. Give yes. It's asking ready to uninstall. So since the current version of my Excel is same as my Tally version, I no need to delete the current version. However, let me show you how you can download the required version as per your ODBC driver. You can log into your Microsoft account. It will appear like this. Click on install desktop version. Here, if you scroll down, you may find choose a version. In this, click on the required version, which is 32-bit or 64-bit as per the ODBC bit. And then you can give install. After giving installation, a file will be downloaded wherein you can open the file and the Excel will be downloaded, so you can restart your system. This is the process how you can manage the ODBC as well as your Tally version. Now let me open the Tally and show you how we can get the data from Tally to our Excel, and by clicking it on refresh, how the ledgers get automatically updated. Let's proceed. As you can see, I have opened the Tally version. Open the Tally which you require whose data to appear in the Excel, and open the Excel. In Excel, go to data, get data from other source, choose ODBC. This is the Excel part. However, in Tally also you have to make a setting, which I will show you right now. Come to Tally, click F1, there settings, click connectivity, enter. Here both should be, it should be selected to both, enable ODBC yes and 9000. When you give accept, it will ask you to restart the Tally, and after restarting it you can enter the company which you can enter the path of the company whose data you need to pull to Excel. So both these settings are done. In Excel, as after you have gone to data, get data from other source, from ODBC, here it should appear like this. This will appear only when your ODBC and your Excel bit are same. For in my system, the bit is 64, so it's reflecting. Click here. Don't click to OK. Instead, click on Advanced option. This is the query, SQL query, which you have to paste. However, I'll share you the query in the comment section. You can directly copy it from there. Once you have pasted this query, click OK. The Tally is getting connected to the Excel. It will appear like this. When you give instead of giving directly load, give transform data. So you can take it in a, if you want, you can make some changes to the data, like adjusting the columns or anything like that. For now, the data is perfect to us. So I'll give close and load to. Here, close and load to. Give it in a table form so that you can filter and get the correct data format. Give OK. Now the data is getting fetched. And ta-da! Your Excel is connected to Tally. Make sure whenever you give refresh, it is open. Both the Excel and Tally are open, only then it gets refreshed. Let me show you a demo. Wait, first let me show you here. There is no ledger called Mehik. As you can see, there is no ledger called Mehik. Now what I'll do, I'll create a ledger in Tally, which after giving refresh will reflect in the Excel. You can choose any credit as, you can choose any classification. For now, I have given Mehik as sundry credit as. Let me pass an entry. To pass an entry, go to vouchers, select the required type. For now, I need JV. Here, I'll pass pest control. See, suppose the current balance is 47,500. Now I'll make it hypothetically some random number. 5,46,785 to Mehek. Let's give a narration as test. Control it to save the entry. As you can see, still there is no ledger called Mehek. Let me show you the magic, the magic of my research. There are two ways you can do refresh. Either go to table design, there refresh, select the drop down, click refresh all, and boom, here a ledger with name Mehek is created with the exact amount of 5,46,785. Let me show you by deleting the entry. Will that again get deleted? Yes, it will. Otherwise, you can directly go DAL. Same entry, I'll just delete this entry. Come to Tally, Excel. Just you have to give refresh. Just 2 clicks. Ta-da! There is no entry with the name Mehek and the amount got disappeared. This is the magical part. As a professionals, we require it so much that every month we don't need to prepare the same report again and again, making us difficult. Since we are struggling every month, it eases our work. To show you the other uses of this, here, as I have shown you, I restored the entry DAL. You can just see I have repassed the entry with the same amount, and after giving refresh, it got fetched in the Excel. Now, we may have that since it's only the entry I have passed, what about the opening balance, debit, credits, and how that it will reflect? So what you can do is come to Tally. There, I'll just update the opening balance of a ledger called Mehik. See, with the amount of 5,40,000 credit balance, you control. Just I have told you there are two ways that you can use refresh. One is you can Click the table and give refresh. See, the balance got updated. It saves a lot of time. When I did a research, I found that people spend almost 30 to 40 hours. Sometimes it turns into weeks during high work seasons preparing the financials. This is a one time investment. My motto behind this is to save the precious time of persons that they can utilize into something which is very useful, very meaningful by automating this task. See, in the same way, when it get paid and you give refresh, it will get updated in the debit balance. Let me explain you this query, what query we have given. One second. See here, there is a name of the ledger where you can see what all the ledgers you have created with what all the names. This master ID is something very unique. It's assigned to only one ledger. Even if I change the ledger name, the master ID remains the same. Primary group is where you have classified the assets such as bank account, direct expense, fixed assets, debtors, creditors, sales account. The parent, this is, I know this two are same, but having a primary and a parent, it helps a lot. Here you can give the further classification, see, such as in employee benefit expense, there is ESIC, there is GST related, there is internet charges, provision, supply, which are the parent group. And the opening balance, what the opening balance of that ledger, the debit totals, the credit totals, and the closing balance. Yeah, this is the interesting part wherein the query is such that if it is in negative, then it is a debit. So the user doesn't get confused which is negative, which is positive. What does negative means? It's credit. The positive side is what the negative amount is debit, what the positive amount is credit. So if there is a mismatch in the sundry creditors, suppose, for example, in sundry creditors, sundry creditor usually gives a balance of credit. Let me see here. There are some debit. You can just have a check. What are the vendors? There are some debit balances. In this way, you can have a track. And the other most important thing is revenue. The zero part says whether it's a revenue or balance sheet item or P&L item. Since I have filtered only sundry creditors, it's showing it's not in revenue. When I go to P&L, say sales, it gives one. Yes, it is a revenue. It helps you to prepare your balance sheet and as well as profit and loss account. From there, you can give links to your main financials. Every time you make a minor change in tally, just give refresh, then it automatically gets updated. Let me show you our demo. How does master ID remain same? Since the ledger name is Mehek, I will change it in the tally and give refresh in Excel. Let's see whether the master ID remains the same. So I'll change this ledger name to Fatima, Control A. It's changed in tally. Now let's come to Excel. Note the master ID 1318. Just give refresh. The master ID is remained same. Just the ledger name got changed. So this is a specialty of master ID. Some may have the concern that what if the ledger name is changed? How this can help us? Next, in the next video, I'll be coming up how you can comprehensively prepare your financial statement and automate it in just 2 clicks and save your precious time of 30 to 40 hours and sometimes day. If you have any query, drop your question in the comment section. I'll feel happy to help you out, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. Bye bye.